Well, I was going to split some wood for a neighbor, and he had some huge chunks of wood, and I was like, you know what? I said, you want me to split up that stuff? I wasn't even going to charge it. And I went over, split it up, and he's like, well, how much to cut that stump down? And I was like, well, I said, I'll call Joey and we'll come over and flush that stump. And then he had a big block of wood that he couldn't split or couldn't cut, so we brought the big saw, flushed the stump, cut the wood up in blocks, and then used the log splitter attachment to bust everything up into small pieces. And while we were there, he's like, yeah, I'm just cut that down so I can go rent a stump grinder. I'm like, a stump grinder? I said, you sure? I said, we can probably grind it cheaper than you can rent one. So I called the rental place. It was $300 for the tiny little grinder, and then $420 for the big grinder for a day. And then of course you have to go get it, and then you have to take it back, and then of course they have a governor on them, so they're like super slow. And then sometimes you don't always get super sharp teeth, and then the belt slip, and then, you know, whatever. So we said, for $250 we'll grind the stump. And he's like, well, I got a couple more that we can do. And it's like, all right. So we ended up splitting all his wood for him, stacking in his trailer, cutting up all the wood, flushing the stump, grinding the stump, grinded 3 other baby stumps, and got rid of basically, and then he cut down a tree, and then I helped him pull it over, and then we ground those 2 stumps. So he got all his work done basically for the whole summer in a couple hours, and we were able to do it for a couple $100 because I wasn't going to charge him to begin with. And then we ended up working out a deal we were all happy with. I was able to pay Joey a few $100 and get a few $100. Now I'm going to be able to take my daughter and my mom out for dinner and be able to, you know, maybe go race go-karts and stuff like that. So gave me some spending money because we got a long weekend, and I got my daughter till Monday, so everything worked out. So one thing that started out as a free favor that I was just basically wanting to use my log splitter ended up into a profitable situation and helped everybody out, put money in people's pockets, and now we're going to be able to enjoy a good long weekend. So yeah, it goes to show you, just the little initiative just to go split some wood for free and use your new wood splitter attachment ended up into a nice little job for Saturday. It's 12 o'clock. We started 10:30. Not even like 2 hours. We got all that work done, and now the homeowner can enjoy his weekend and the rest of his summer. He doesn't have to, you know, basically run a stump grinder and mow around that stump and all that stuff. So anyway, that's all I got for today. Joey got all his equipment back and heading back to shop. Now we're going to enjoy the rest of the day at the pool. Tree life.